Hi everybody, I'm back, tentatively back, and today I wanted us to check out my DC tarot that I got, I think it was over a year ago, and I literally have not opened it, and yet it beckons. You might hear my AC going on and off through this video, and if so, I do apologize. It's central AC, which I'm very excited about, but that means I can't control when it comes on and off as easily. I'm also living in a much hotter state now, which means I desperately need the AC. We have the DC Tarot deck guidebook where we have, we have some different types of readings they've laid out for us. Your first reading, that's kind of wholesome. The Major Arcana, oh, I see Raven, I see Beast Boy. Alright, my heart is satisfied. Raven is the High Priestess, that makes sense. So Harley Quinn is the Fool, which is actually not what I would have assumed they'd pick for the Fool, but I see that. I feel like that's not accurate. But okay, this is the official DC guidebook, so I think it's the official. So I guess I have to take his word for it, but Zatanna as the Magician, that makes total sense. And Raven as the High Priestess, I appreciate that. I think that would be my recommendation as a fellow Raven fan. Poison Ivy is the Empress. Interesting. I could see that. So, on the Emperor's Aquaman, see that? I feel like they could have played off of an emperor and empress, like they could have made the emperor maybe Superman and the empress Superwoman, you know what I mean? Sorry, Wonder Woman, wow, I said Superwoman and I meant Wonder Woman. Dishonor to me. This Dr. Fate is the Hierophant. I'm curious who's going to be the Hawk and Dove should have been the lovers, salty. But that's okay. I don't even know who Apollo and Midnighter are, so whatever. Not me rewriting the entire deck. The Chariot is the Flash, so that does make total sense. It is interesting though, because the Emperor and Empress, yeah, I think they would have played off of one another. I'm curious who will be the Hermit, honestly. I kind of thought it might be maybe Batman, but it could also be someone else. I don't know. Strange the Cyborg, I love that for him. That is perfect. The Hermit is Phantom Stranger. Okay, I don't even know who that is, so I guess that makes sense that they're the Hermit. We have Fortune is Green Lantern. Okay, that makes sense. Justice is Wonder Woman. Okay, fair enough. I would have thought that'd be Superman, actually, now that I think about it, but I'm glad it's Wonder Woman. Lasso of Truth and all. Hangman is Plastic Man. Interesting. Death is not Deathstroke. That is unfortunate. It is Deadman. That's okay. If it was Deathstroke, I'd be very happy. Not good in mind. Oh, Death could have been Terra. Again, if I were to rewrite this deck, Terra Markov would be Death. I think that would be epic. Temperance is Martian Manhunter. Devil is John Constantine. I don't know who that is, and I'm so sorry to admit that. The Tower's the Joker. Huh. Okay. The Descent into Chaos does make sense there. The Star is Supergirl. Huh. Okay. The Moon is Catwoman. Okay, that I can see. The Sun is Superman. Judgment is Batman. Okay. Valid. I like that artwork there. It's pretty. Very mysterious of him. The World is Swamp Thing. Interesting. I actually would have liked to see Starfire. I'm not gonna lie. Arcana. Okay. So we have King and Queens of Wands. And Knight of Wands is Shazam. Page of Wands is Stargirl. This is interesting. They don't have characters for things like the Four of Wands or the Three of Wands or the Two of Wands. Looks like they only have characters the King and the Knight and the Queen and the Page, I guess? Yeah, I guess they only have those four. King of Pentacles is Lex Luthor. Queen of Pentacles is Queen Hippolyta. I don't remember who that is, not gonna lie. I think she's from the Amazons. Yeah, okay. The Green Lantern. But the other Green Lantern is Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. Jon Stewart. Naomi. I have no idea who Naomi is. She's the Page of Pentacles. If any of these are characters that you truly love, let me know, and I will apologize for my sins. Death Stroke King of Swords? Okay, I could see that. I feel like he'd be Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is Robin. See, I would have switched it. Oh, wait, but it's Damian Wayne. Okay, that makes sense. Knight of Swords can be Robin. Yeah, that checks out. If it's the Damian Wayne and not Nightwing, then I'm valid. That's valid. Huntress is Page of Swords. Is that Cass? No. I would like to see Cassandra Cain as Page of Swords. Take notes, DC. Knight of Cups. Sorry, King of Cups is Black Lightning. Queen of Cups is Nubia. Page of Cups is Star. Okay. That checks out. I would have liked to see her as Queen of Cups, but okay. Knight of Cups is Black Canary. Okay, that makes sense. Is Beast Boy just like not in here? They just put him as a side note. A side note of Cyborg. Wait, that's literally so sad. Does that mean Nightwing's not in here either? That can't be right. They didn't do that. Pentacles, Wands. Wait, I'm missing one though. Swords, Cups. I'm not missing one. This is really bad. Oh my god, I thought Nightwing was gonna be in this for sure. The fact that he's not is like low-key a travesty. They put Damian Wayne in it before Richard Grayson, and that is a crime. But okay. I have very strong opinions. I'm so sorry. It's important that I just vent about them for a little bit. So I'm curious what you guys think about this, and if you feel like these are accurate. Because I don't know, it didn't feel complete to me, and I am kind of disappointed that some characters weren't in it and others that like I'd never heard of were. They have the Green Lantern twice. That feels incorrect. It's the two different Green Lanterns, but I think they could have just done one. Like Jon Stewart, sure, but Hal Jordan, we don't need him. He's not like I don't know. I think Jon Stewart's the newer one. But maybe I'm just salty because they didn't pick Nightwing. Or Beast Boy. Like, he's just not there. He's one of my favorite characters. He's just like hiding in the middle of Strength, which I feel like is a very good card for him too. Like, I'm glad they gave it to Cyborg, and maybe it's a nod to that Beast Boy would have been chosen as Strength, but I think he would have been a good like pick for one of the others, maybe. Maybe Beast Boy could have been, I don't know, that's a good point. I like with Changeling, I feel like maybe something with like changing and Wheel of Fortune would have been kind of cool. But okay. Alright, DC, you've played your cards, wink wink, now I'll play mine. So the back, it's kind of sad that the back has the Three of Cups on it. No, sorry, Three of Swords on it. That's so sad because this is like the heartbreak card, and now I'm heartbroken, so maybe they knew. Maybe DC played me all along. So, I think we should test out the deck. What do you think? I think we're gonna do some one-card readings today. Whoa, okay. Maybe we have 2 cards. I don't know. I wasn't even playing a tip yet. Oh wow. Okay. Something just popped out. I feel like today my readings are just really gonna be like, what do you need to know going forward today? What do you need to be prepared for? And the fact that I haven't even set an intention yet and these cards pop up just make me wonder if I should restart. I feel like maybe these are to like inform something else. Because I hadn't even really started shuffling. Today's reading, let's do 3 piles, and we'll have 3 piles. I just want to pick one card, ideally. What do you need to know moving forward? That's just our theme. I feel like moving forward is a very superhero thing to say anyway. So maybe so let's start with pile 1. So pile 1. Let's get a card for pile 1. Okay. Pile 1. But I feel like I need another one. Sorry, I should. Okay, maybe these 2. Okay, so with my first group, I can tell right off the bat that you have been really nervous about something. Feeling a lot of nervous energy, like anticipatory energy. You don't have to be scared right now. I'm not gonna tell your whole future. This is really for the funsies. As Abstringer says, we do this for the funsies, right? And heavily for the ASMR. I'm going to link her down in the description. She's phenomenal. So, 9 of Cups, Temperance, Death. Whoa. Honestly, I think what you need to know is that right now you're in a highly emotional state. Maybe that anxiety or that stress feels like it's never going to end, but you are almost at the end of your cycle. You are really close to that happily ever after. And what needs to happen for that happy ending is 2 things. We need time and patience, but we also need, as a final thing, like rebirth. Right now you are chained to your old ideas, and it is hard to let go of something. Once you are able to let go and begin anew, which will take time, it's not something that can come right away. So I wouldn't beat yourself up over it if you're saying, well, I should have done this, or I should have done that. No, it's okay. It is so easy to say what we should do. It's really hard to actually do it. So give yourself the time, give yourself patience, and wait for that day when you are able to let go of what chains you. And at the end of the day, it will be a new beginning towards a happy ending on your journey. So, I hope you enjoyed. Group 2. Oh, that was right off the bat. Oh, group 2, we get the devil. You are beating yourself up over something right now, aren't you? That is okay. You need any more cards for you, more cards for the other one. Okay. So, group 2, what do you need to look towards for the future? You are really, really afraid of letting loose. Like, you're afraid to give into temptation. I think you're so afraid of giving into temptation that you're missing out on opportunities to nurture those parts of yourself and grow those parts of yourself. Temptation is not always a bad thing. You know, everything in moderation. And to give yourself that permission and that safety and comfort of finding things that bring you joy. Joy is not always something that we have to be afraid of. And I think that joy and having too much of a good thing has burned you in the past. Which makes sense. That's not unheard of, you know. But you have to give yourself permission to enjoy things again. And I truly think with the 6 of Pentacles, once you are able to stop and just trust, like, it's almost like a trust fall, like trust the process kind of thing. So I think once you're able to start trusting the process and being okay with not everything going smoothly, that is when you're going to feel that joy. It's okay to let go also. I think, like group 1, there's some things you're holding on to that may be resentment. I'm feeling like abandonment. Like, it feels like something was promised to you and it wasn't granted. It feels like to you, I think. And I'm familiar with that feeling. I think that's not unheard of either. Sometimes the most beautiful thing to do is pass it on. Not passing on the pain, but passing forward your love and your passion and your joy into something else or someone else. So I think rather than bottling up those wants, you can set them free through someone else or something else. All right, group 3. Let's do this. I am so rusty. I am so rusty. This just flew out. High Priestess just like completely flew out for you guys. What do you need to know for the future group 3? Priestess, Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, that's really interesting. I think for the future, this is one of those, like, it's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind situations for you. And that might be in terms of the internal work you've been doing. I think it's been hard to see the results of your internal work, like in the earthly realm, maybe. But you've been working hard to better yourself and to heal. And because of that lack of progress on the outside, maybe it feels like there's a lack of progress overall, but progress is progress whether or not we can see it. And oftentimes the best changes happen slowly. With the Page of Pentacles in particular, just remind your inner strength, and it's okay to pause on the journey. That's what I feel like I need to tell you, is like the pause is okay, and it's okay to ask for help. You are not in this alone. Something that might be holding you back is not asking for help. Interesting, because I feel like each group has had sort of a similar message, so maybe I have a very specific audience today. I think the High Priestess really does stand out to me the most as what you need to look for in the future. I think being in touch with yourself and your emotions will do wonders for you. And just ride the waves. You are your own worst enemy sometimes. And acknowledging that is actually an important step to take in the recovery process. It's okay to ask for help. It's kind of your message here. Back of the deck, 2 of Cups. Yeah, my overall message. There's someone out there who can help, whether it be a romantic interest, a friend, a partner, someone at work or school, or someone who is just here to help. They are here. You just can't see them right now. But they're in front of you. It doesn't necessarily mean they're right in front of you, but they're somewhere in front of you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'll be back, hopefully,